All right, so what's up, guys? Welcome back. This is episode 2 of Nevermind You're Stupid. Um, yeah. Hope you guys liked the first one. Um, also, real quick before we start, right? Some of the people that know me in real life are probably thinking like, oh, like Ryan's being so weird and fake, like he's never this animated or loud in person. But you're right. I'm pretty calm in person, but the way I'm talking to the camera right now, this is like, let's say I'm driving and I see something or somebody I don't like on the street. Like this is what's going on in my head. This is like what my inner monologue would be saying or thinking. Right. All right. So that's why. That's why. And I'm alone in the studio, and I'm getting a little bit more comfortable on camera. Anyway, here we go. This is number 2. All right, let's go. What's one of the worst decisions you've ever made? Sleeping with 2 different people less than a day apart. What made you decide to do it? I was talking to this girl and I still missed my ex, and she wanted to go at it one last time. And that's such a normal thing. If that's one of the worst decisions you've ever made, you got it pretty good, my guy. All right, you doing okay. How old were you at the time? 18. Especially at 18, you're supposed to be stupid and you're supposed to do things like this, right? I know I'm supposed to say like, oh, like you're a pig. How can you do that to women? Blah blah blah, stuff like that, right? And I guess that's all true. It is all true, right? But I have a lot of submissions, right? And there's submissions where people die. There's submissions where people's lives are changed forever, right? So sleeping with 2 different people less than a day apart at 18, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Um, let's keep going, okay? I think by the end of this, I'm gonna come to the conclusion that you need to like suck it up, but let's keep going anyway, okay? What actually happened? Go into detail. So I'd been talking to this girl for a month or so, and we decided to bang, and we were active frequently. But some part of me secretly missed my ex, to be honest. And me and my ex were talking, and the conversation of one last time came up, and we both agreed to it. And it just so happened to be the morning after I was with the girl I was talking to, like 10 hours after. All right, I'll be nice, okay? You're only 18. Um, Maybe you just don't know, right? But accidentally hooking up with your ex, that's so normal. I think most people have done that. Um, it's okay. I get that it happened while you're talking to someone else, but you don't only been seeing this girl for a month. I guess it is shitty. Don't keep doing stuff like that. You might end up desensitized to love and like fucking end up dying alone or whatever. But at the same time, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. And I was right, dude. I think you need to just suck it up. Suck it up, get over it. Okay, don't keep doing shit like this. Don't keep doing shit like this, but get over it, okay? What were the consequences? None of them ever found out, but I think I received bad karma. I mean, karma, if you believe in that sort of thing, yeah, maybe. I think it's more like karma is kind of like astrology, You just kind of like make it make sense, even though things are just completely random. But whatever. If you believe in that sort of thing and it helps you, good for you. I personally don't. But whatever. I'm also stupid and I'm an idiot. And maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Looking back, was it worth it? Definitely not. I still feel bad about it to this day. Yeah, dude. Like I don't know how old you are now. Maybe you're like 26 now, and it's been like 8 years, right? But if it has been that long and you still feel bad about it, that's kind of weird too. Because it's like, bro, like you were 18. And I'm assuming these girls were around that age too, right? And it's like, you guys are, you know, you guys are supposed to be idiots. You guys are supposed to make mistakes like that, right? Um, and if that's gonna like nag at your conscience and you're just gonna feel guilty about it for all that time, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like you're kind of weak. But at the same time, you know, I made that all up. Maybe you're not 26. Maybe you're still 18. I don't know. Um, I don't know, dude. It's not that bad. I think you just gotta get over it. Get over it. You gotta get over it. Get over it. Okay. Something like this has actually happened to me once, right? I was a little bit older, so it's, you know, I guess it is worse in some ways because I probably should have known better. I wasn't 18. Um, but this is what happened, right? So I was dating this bartender, right? She was cool. She was attractive. You know, we got along pretty good. But you know, she was in the bar scene. So anytime we went out, we were just bar hopping. She wanted to go say what's up to all her little bartender friends at all the different little bars in LA, right? She always had a drink in her hand, right? Even if we weren't like bowling, she had a drink in her hand. Like she couldn't just not have a beer or a cocktail or some shit, which is fine. You know, she could handle her alcohol. She did get sloppy once or twice, but you know, for the most part, she could handle her alcohol. She wasn't like super sloppy or get violent or anything like that. So it was fine, you know. But at the same time, you know, I was already like trying to kind of clean up, and I was never super into drinking anyway. So it was just like this is kind of, you know, like you're cool and all, but you know, I don't think this is gonna work out. It's just this doesn't work for me, right? And then everything was cool. We, you know, it seemed cordial, um, and we stopped hanging out, and everything was fine, right? And then within like that same month, I think I started talking to this other girl. You know, we were getting along okay too. I don't really remember her that much, so maybe she wasn't that cool. I don't remember, but there was one night when she came over, and you know, we started fooling around. Things happened, okay, and then she had work the next morning, so she left right after, right? Right after she left, I get a text from this bartender, and she's like, "Hey, I'm at this bar near your apartment. Um, I don't want to drive home drunk. Is it cool if I just come crash at your place tonight, right?" And you know, I'm like, I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm a little bit skeptical. Like, I don't know why this girl really wants to come over, but at the same time, you know, I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, no, you should just drive home drunk." There's no way I'm gonna say that, right? So I'm like, "Yeah, come over." Um, but at the same time, I tell her, you know, I don't know what you think may or may not happen tonight, but I just want you to know that, like, less than an hour ago, I had another girl over here, and we were like fooling around and shit, right? So before you come over, just know that, okay? And then she's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It's cool. I just need a place to crash." So she comes over, okay? She doesn't even seem that drunk when she comes over. And so I'm rolling my eyes a little bit. I'm like, what's this girl like? Is she really just here to like sleep it off, or is she like thinking something's gonna happen, right? And then, you know, this part is stupid because, you know, I should have known better. But when it was time to go to bed, I was like, let's just sleep in my bed together, you know? And then, obviously, one thing leads to another. Things start happening, and we start messing around. And out of nowhere, she bites me. She bites me like fucking hard, right? And you know, don't get me wrong. You know, I like to get, you know, you can bite me a little bit. It's cool, right? But she bit me. She bit my thing. She bit my thing super hard, and it hurt so much. So I pushed her off me. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And then I pushed her off me, right? As anybody would. And she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I bit you that hard." Blah blah blah. So I'm like, I'm upset. I'm not in the mood anymore. So I'm like, "Hey, you know what? It's cool, but we should just stop. And you know what? I'm actually going to go sleep on my couch." So that's what I did. And in the morning when I woke up, she was already gone. She didn't wake me up to say bye. She didn't leave me a note. She never texted me afterwards. I think that's the last time I actually heard from her, which is kind of awkward because, you know, we did have mutual friends and stuff. So I would like see her around and shit. Um, but whatever, you know, sometimes shit like that just happens. Um, for you, you have the excuse that you were 18. So I guess that's fine. But for me, you know, I was older. I should have known better. I did tell her, I was honest with her about the situation, but, you know, still, it was stupid. On top of that, you know, I was like, there was a tiny part of me that was like, you know what, like fucking 2 girls 1 night, like dude, like what's going on, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, in conclusion, guys, in conclusion, I think this guy, what he did, you know, it's not that bad in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, like, you know, be respectful, treat women better, shit like that. But it's like, dude, like, it's not like he was out there selling drugs to little kids and shit. I think he needs to get over it. You need to get over it, dude. You're fine. You were young, and none of you guys knew any better. So don't worry about it too much. All right, get over it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you hated. Tell me what you liked. Fucking talk shit on me. Tell me I'm an asshole if you think what I did was wrong. Tell this guy he was an asshole if you think what he did was wrong. Or tell him it's okay. You know, we all make mistakes. You know, like, share, comment, blah blah blah. You know, yeah. Bye. Oh yeah. Also, if you want to submit your own stories, I'll leave a link in the description. Bye.